it's FL799. Just want to have a quick conversation, a discussion about the Sig MCX Rattler. And I bought this in 2017, I believe, not too long after they hit the market. And mine would have been the variant that came with the retractable brace, which there's a lot of steel involved in it. And it added about a pound to the Rattler, which is already a little chunky as it sits. So just to lighten it up, that's a Tactical 1913 brace on the tail end there. If you notice, we're empty. Magazine is empty. But just some thoughts. I wasn't really in the market to pick up the Rattler, and they had one at the local shop. And the more I was reading about them and the capabilities of 300 blackout, I hadn't owned any 300 blackout at all. The more it became attractive to me as maybe the ideal home defense pistol. And when you take a look at the capabilities suppressed and how well the 300 blackout suppresses, that makes sense. And then in the same configuration, you can run supersonic, various loads, and have punch out to 200, 250 yards. Well beyond the range of 9mm. So you can't have your cake and eat it too. So a couple things I like about the Rattler. I like the two position gas adjustment. Simple, plus and a minus. One setting for more gas, one setting for less gas, and it works very well. I haven't had a load that didn't work on this yet. It's been 100% reliable from day one. That's a Rugged Razor 7.62 suppressor on there. Ergonomics are outstanding. Mine didn't come with that funky pistol grip. I think it came with the Mo SL, the smallest pistol grip that Magpul makes, and then I put this one on. I forget which one that is. Just a little adjustment there, nothing major. The handguard is very well designed from the factory. You notice you have the QD on both sides. M-lock on 6, 3, and 9 o'clock. I tried a couple other, I'm not going to mention names, but some of the more popular rails for that. And, one company has it set up where you really use a suppressor with it, so I got rid of that one. That's a Romeo 3 on the top. I picked that up just because that's what they were showing off at the SHOT Show around the time I bought this. And not a bad optic. Fragile, though. I've broken one. First red dot I've ever broke. Shattered the glass, but thankfully Sig replaced it at no cost, as you'd expect. They've got a lifetime warranty. So at some point I'll probably replace that with something a little more rugged. But for around the house and range duty, the replacement's been fine for the past couple years. Now we'll flip it over. Magazines, from the get-go, I just started stockpiling the 7.62 by 35 PMAG 30s for it. just to keep the magazine separate from 556. I don't want any issues there. So, although it will run standard 5.56 millimeter magazines, including the GI mags, but you may run into trouble with some of the larger subsonic, rubbing on the inside of the magazine. So I just pick these up as I see them. They're not hard to get. But like I said, little chunky. There's some weight to them for its size. But it does make a very pleasant shooting platform. And even with the short 5.5-inch barrel suppressed, it's very hearing safe. So this has really become my main personal defense pistol for around the house. And it's really a do-it-all for me. Just as it sits suppressed, I mean, any situation you'd find yourself in, this would cover you from a defense standpoint and beyond. Now, a couple gripes out of the box. For the price they ask for this, they really should be putting that Sig match trigger in it. I wound up just pulling out the factory trigger. It's really comes with a GI trigger. I just did a quick cleanup and polish on the factory trigger and made it acceptable. But you can put Geisley triggers in here. There's a couple. Or you can clean up what's in there. So they kept it simple. I know some special operations did make a purchase of several of these a couple years ago, and there's some pictures of them being used in the wild. I don't know what the outcome was from that trial, but having a dedicated suppressor host in this size, I can imagine from a CQB standpoint makes sense. But Sig did a pretty good job with these. Okay, I'll give them that. I mean, these are very advanced. The carbine and the pistol variants, steel inserts in certain places. The bolt is overbuilt. I haven't seen any QC issues with these at all. Everything fits tight, well machined, very well designed, and very reliable. So definitely, if you're in the market, these might still be the king of the PCC 300 Blackout. This is certainly one to consider. The only drawback to the platform is you'd expect that it's a very modular design. The barrel comes off with, first of all, two large Allen bolts. But the barrel's indexed with the gas piston. It goes in, it clicks, and then you tighten down a pair of hex heads that are captured. But so far, finding barrels at different lengths has been a no-go. It'd be nice if you can get a 9-inch 300 Blackout barrel, or 7.5, or even a little longer, because then you can put a corresponding handguard and really have a really nice modular system. But as of today, and I really have to look again, that whole setup has to really be specific to the Rattler. I know they make a 5.56 variant of the Rattler. I don't understand why anyone would buy that. It's really too short to suppress. And the terminal ballistics of the 556 are shot. So go with the 300 blackout for sure. So that's really the only drawback. I wish I could get a couple different barrel lengths. I'd have them already if they were available. And I'll just have to check on their site periodically and see if there's anything coming down the pipe. But that's kind of it in a nutshell. Very good platform. Suppresses great. Simple controls. Size is unparalleled. You can fit it in a backpack without the suppressor. Like under 16 inches long. Just a lot of firepower, a lot of capability in a very, very short and compact package. As short as an MP5K. Which, let me demonstrate just for example here. Hold on 1 second. There's a MP5K PDW. I would put the suppressor on it. So you see about the same length, give or take. It's a registered short barrel rifle. So no need to freak out or quote laws to me. I know what they are. So get an idea how compact the Rattler is. Not that the MP5K is no slouch, probably the standard bearer for that, but the capabilities of Rattler really, push things forward. So for what that's worth, hope you enjoyed the video, and if any comments, questions, I'll do my best to answer them. Have a good one.